Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, welcome. That's a little hot. Let's turn down our microphones a little bit there. Welcome. We're live here at Dakota Stadium. We're getting ready for this WPSL matchup here between the Dakota Fusion and Mankato United SC. We thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast here today and hope that you enjoy it. And we wish both your teams, both of these teams, the best of luck. Or in the case of two viewers cheering on each team, then I could say I wish your team the best of luck. But however you want to word that, that's how we'll word that. So thank you so much for tuning in once again for this Dakota Fusion broadcast here on Magnitude Sports, on 11 Sports, as well as FIFA Plus, as they will host Mankato United here at Dakota Stadium. Before we dig into this one, I want to say congratulations to the Dakota Fusion men's team. Just a couple days ago, they bounced off a 5-1 loss to Duluth with a 6-0 win over LCRS on June 8th. So now that's the first of a 4-game road trip for the Dakota Fusion men. So after the 6-0 victory over LCRS, they are on the road at Joy St. Louis Park, Med City Mayhem, and Minnesota Twin Stars. And then we'll see them back here on Magnitude Sports, the Dakota Fusion YouTube channel on 11 Sports, when they get the rematch against LCRS on June 28th. So that should be a fun matchup in the near future here, just June 28th. Believe it or not, it sounds like a long time away, but that's only about 2 weeks away, believe it or not. But now we dig into this one here. As a matter of fact, since we're talking about the men, let's just go ahead and take a look at the updated standings for the men. So right now, the Dakota Fusion sitting in second place with that draw but goal differential tiebreaker over Med City. And the only team they've lost to is Duluth FC. They are 2-1-1, I believe, is what their record is. 3-1-1, excuse me. 3-1-1. That's right there in front of my face. So the Dakota Fusion men at 3-1-1 in second place in the NPSL standings. And now let's flip it over to the women. Let's take a look at the WPSL standings here. And you can see that these two teams here are looking for their first victory. One of these two teams is going to get their first victory today here at Dakota Stadium, as Mankato United and Dakota Fusion are both 0-3 on the season. Both of these teams have pretty much similar seasons so far. Let's put it that way. I forgot to add them up here. Let's see, 6, 2, 8, 10. And let's see here. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. So Mankato's been outscored 8-1 in their 3 games that they have played so far, and the Fusion have been outscored 10-1 in the 3 games that they have played so far. Matter of fact, the Fusion got their first goal in their last game that they played. So did Mankato United. They both teams got their first goals of the season in the last game that they played. The teams are getting ready to line up here, so we'll take it back to our live camera here and get ready for your starting lineups. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dakota Stadium here in Moorhead, Minnesota, for this WPSL matchup between the visiting Mankato United SC and your Dakota Fusion. We'll start now with your starting lineups. We'll go with the goalies and then in numerical order after that. And we'll start with the visiting Mankato United SC. Starting in net here for Mankato United is number 35, Maggie Smither. Now in numerical order for the rest of the starters, number 2, a midfielder, Aubrey Ball. Number 5, a defender, Ellie Schonbacher. Number 12, a forward, Allie Switch. Number 14, a defender, Ella White. Number 15, a forward, Isabel Ullman. Number 17, a defender, Jenna Nordy. Number 21, another defender, Samantha Meyer. Number 22, a defender, Phoebe Alvaroza. Number 23, another defender, number 23, Ashley Casper. A midfielder, number 25, Malia Newman. And those are your starters for the visiting Mankato United SC. And now for your Dakota Fusion. Starting in net, we're number 22 today, Quinn Carter. A midfielder, number 2, Alicia Likina. A defender, number 5, McKenna Bishop. A forward, number 7, Blake Hurley. A midfielder, number 8, Madeline Etter. A defender wearing number 9 today, McKenna Strand. A forward, number 11, Lydia Watson. A defender, number 15, Caden Sharp. Another defender, number 20, Keely Johnston. A midfielder, number 24, Ashley Healy. And a defender, number 26, Mason Kimball. All right, if you could take a moment to please stand, and if you're able, and remove your hats. And in just a moment here, we'll play our national anthem. Best of luck to both teams, and let's play some soccer. Just a reminder to everybody in attendance, the concession stand is located to the right of the scoreboard and right around the corner out of the restrooms. Good luck to both teams. All right, so we are ready to go here for this one now. Here is we just got to set our clock for 0 minutes, and we'll be ready to go here. Currently under a sunny sky here in Moorhead, and we have 75 degrees, a forecasted high of 76. We should stay in the mid-70s throughout the duration of this ball game here, which is it's nice, but with the sun blaring down, it's still it kind of feels like it's a little bit hotter than 73 degrees, at least in my humble opinion. I'm not a weatherman, but what do the weatherman know that I don't, right? We got a wind out of the north heading to the south at about 9 miles per hour here, and And humidity's at 32% with a dew point of 44 degrees right now. So there you go. According to the unofficial iPhone weather forecast, that is your official forecast for today's game here between the Mankato United and Mankato United SC and Dakota Fusion FC. There we go. I got it out of myself. So we'll go over the starters once again here and finish up our pregame show. Both of these teams looking for their first win. McKenna Sharp has the lone goal of the season for the Caden Sharp has the lone goal of the season for the Dakota Fusion. And for Mankato United SC, it's Lucy Wenninger who has the lone goal for Mankato United. And both Caden Sharp for the Fusion and Lucy Wenninger for Mankato United scored their first goal and the team's first goal in their last game right before this one. Up till then, we had no goals for either team. So Dakota Fusion in the yellow, and Mankato United is kind of in the white with kind of green and black tops. I like the blend of the colors on those jerseys. It looks really good. So I think they're green numbers, but I'm not 100% sure. So we are setting the clock on the field here because it didn't start when I hit the start button, so I'm working on that. Yeah, I'm working on it right now. 2 minutes. Okay. All right, we got that figured out. So, yeah, like I had it. I had it set, and for some reason it was not working when I hit the start button. So, with any luck, it will continue to work now. So. Throw in for Mankato United here on the far side. Try and work it up to the near side here and kind of make some adjustments. There we go. Now I can see things. Fusion will take control of it here, and that's probably one of the keys of the game here for this one. And there was a dangerous opportunity as Mankato United nearly took it away from the Fusion goalie, and now they get it out to that far sideline. That was one of the keys to the games that I was going to mention for the Fusion, is that if they do get in some trouble, they need to clear the ball to one of the sidelines and just end play and get a chance to catch a breath and get reset defensively. That one popped up high and over the crossbar. For both of these teams, for both Mankato United and the Dakota Fusion, I think the one who's going to, I think controlling the tempo and the pace of the game is probably a little bit more important for Mankato United, but controlling ball, like actually possessing ball and having ball control through a good chunk of this game is probably a little bit more important for the Dakota Fusion here in this particular contest here. I have a suspicion that the team to score first will kind of deflate the other team's hopes a little bit here. Now you can't necessarily say that on a 1-0 score, but that's certainly gonna build a little bit of momentum for that team to potentially get the second goal, and then if a team does get up 2-0, that could possibly be the backbreaker in this one here. Once again, both these teams 0-3 on the season. They lost their previous games by the score of 2-0 for Mankato. So I lied earlier. I'll correct my lie here in a little bit. 2-0 loss for Mankato at home against Sioux Falls City in their most recent game. And then for the Fusion, they would lose 2-1 to Rochester United on the road. So the Fusions, Caden Sharp, who's wearing number 15 out on the field today, is the one who scored the goal against Rochester United. And then it wasn't last game, but it was the game before last when Mankato would fall 5-1 to Minnesota Thunder. And in that game for Mankato United, it was Lucy Winninger who got the goal. Again, the lone goal in that 5-1 loss to the Minnesota Thunder. And Mankato started the season with a 1-0 loss to Mankato FC back on Sunday, June 4th. They'll work it up the near sideline. Now look for a centering pass. It's going to be a little tough to see these jerseys. This is an opportunity, and it went a little wide left. A great chance for Mankato United, and it went a little wide left. Mankato United will get it back here on the near side. And they'll try a through ball there, and that has a little bit of room and some space, and it's into the back of the net. And Mankato United has scored first, and they got that 1-0 lead. And it is Isabel Ullman who gets the goal here for Mankato United. Scoring the goal for Mankato United, number 15, Isabel Ullman. So the Fusion will look to strike back here. And that one's a little bit off the mark, and that'll be a goal kick here for Mankato United. Once again, our goal kick, for Mankato United. And it's Maggie Smither in goal here for Mankato United SC. And that kick will come all the way over midfield, where it'll be touched up first by the Fusion. Will the Fusion get control of it, though, is the question. And they will put it up and right onto the Mankato United defenders. And now the Fusion look to create an opportunity that is deflated almost as soon as I say it. So Mankato got that early goal that we're talking about. Now the Fusion are going to have to respond, because if Mankato gets a 2-0 lead, that could be, as I mentioned earlier, the backbreaker here. And there's another opportunity that Mankato United is trying to create for themselves here. What's up? Yeah, that would be great, because I can't do it all, obviously. So when there's an opportunity to move this back over there, we can. But right now, I'm busy. So. Don't lose the players. I can't move it, otherwise it screws up the clock. I have to wait till halftime. Okay. So if you want to just chill until halftime, then I can move it over there. But, okay. Okay, yep. All right. Back. Sorry for the on and off commentary here. I'm here by myself today, so apologize for that. Well, I mean, at least we got the game on for you, so I'll do the best I can here by myself. So that goal was scored in the 9th minute by Isabel Ullman. That'll be a throw-in for Mankato United. All right, we got somebody here to help me now. We got Janice running our scoreboard, so thanks to Janice for contributing what she can, and appreciate her time on things. So still don't have a camera operator like I usually do, so I'm doing that part by myself. Looks like we'll have a substitution here. Coming in is Kylie Peters from Mankato United. Checking into the game for Mankato United, number 13, Kylie Peters. Now we'll come all the way back here to Smither. She'll put a right leg on it and get it up to midfield, where the Fusion will touch up on it. And a whistle. Didn't see what the whistle was for. Looks like it's a free kick here for Dakota Fusion. I have another substitution here. I didn't see who snuck in. It's kind of hard to see those green numbers when they're blended in, unless I have the camera zoomed in, or I can see it right through the window here. I didn't see the first one that came in, but it looks like number 21's on the near sideline, so I don't know if she came in or out. It looks like, oh, she was never coming in or out. She was just on the near sideline in her position, so that would make sense. Centering pass, deflected right back out. Now the Fusion will clear. Up into the midfield, they'll bounce around, and they will control. They'll get a through ball, nice pass. And they'll see if they can capitalize on it. They try a centering pass, but now Mankato United defenders are going to get there. I know he probably uses me saying the player names, but when I'm running the camera, if I look at the roster, the camera will miss some of the play, and yeah, so I'll do the best I can. Now it comes right into the Fusion bench. We have a substitution here for the Fusion. Coming in is Allie Tharp, number 25. Into the game for the Dakota Fusion, number 25, Allie Tharp. And we'll have another one come in here. It'll be Michaela Barnick. Should be coming in at the next whistle here, the next allowed opportunity for a substitution. That is Ashley Casper here on the near side with the ball. Now she'll get rid of it, and nobody there. And I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but either way, it went a little bit wide right of the goal. And now they'll allow that substitution there. As once again coming into the game here for the Fusion is Michaela Barnick. Coming into the game for the Fusion, number 6, Michaela Barnick. So Quinn Carter will put a foot on it, land just shy of midfield there, and either team with clear control of it at the moment. And now the control looks like it's going to go to Mankato United, and they'll work it up the far sideline, centering pass back in. It's a little bit easier to see those Fusion numbers, black on bright yellow. That's easy. Sydney Probilla comes into the lineup here for Mankato United. Coming into the game for Mankato, number 24, Sydney Probilla. So foot race down the near sideline, and Mankato will end the opportunity there with a side out. I feel like I'm calling volleyball now. Now go out for over the end line for a goal kick there for Smither for Mankato United. So she'll set it up here, and her teammates will make their way downfield. Send it out in the direction there of Phoebe, excuse me. And it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in. Taking the throw in, it'll be Barnick. Battle for it in the corner, and it's won by Allie Tharp. Chested down and get right back to Barnick, or at least it was intended for her. It popped loose. And now the Fusion will try and put it back into the offensive zone. Nice centering pass there. Can they control it, turn it around, and get an opportunity here? So far, so good. And that one will escape. And that will be a goal kick here for Mankato United. Once again, they lead 1-0 on the 9th minute goal by Isabel Ullman. And that's where we sit right now, as we're a little over halfway through half number 1. As it looks like we have multiple substitutions here for Mankato. It looks like we have 2 of them. I didn't get a chance to catch the jersey numbers here, so I will not be announcing those over the PA. Yeah, we were talking about it, or I was talking about it earlier. Unless you were talking with me, then I guess we were talking about it. But we're talking about actual physical ball control. Physical ball possession was important for the Dakota Fusion. And right now it looks like it's Mankato United who has the advantage in that particular category. As they also have the advantage on the scoreboard. As they're in the 28th minute now. Or about to be there anyway. So Mankato United with a shot, and that's going to be corralled there by Quinn Carter. Kind of wondering if maybe they would have made a couple extra passes, got in a little bit closer. They probably could have buried that one into the back of the net. But from that far out, Quinn Carter was able to get a good look at where that ball was traveling to, and she was able to keep herself in front of it. Fusion, couple passes through a triangle defense there, and they'll eventually get deflected out of bounds for a Fusion throw-in. Barnick will make the throw-in, and Barnick will get it right back. She'll try the centering pass, and for the moment I was going to say there's nobody there, and Fusion will control it. Once again, both these teams looking for their first win of the game, first win of the season. One of them's going to get it. Just don't know which one just yet. There's a lot of game to be played here in the 29th minute. Almost 30 down and 60 to go. So we're about 1/3 of the way through the game now. Here's an opportunity. Can they get it? No, it'll be covered up by Smithers. Smither makes a nice save there, and that one could have easily made the game 1-1. But Smither comes up with her end of the deal here for Mankato United. That was probably the highest quality chance the Fusion have had so far. They'll need to produce a few more of those to make sure they tie this one up. If you're the Fusion, you probably want to try and tie this one up 1-1, or at least keep it at 1-0 through the halftime mark. And that would give you a little bit of leverage moving into the second half. But one thing the Fusion does not want to do is give up that second goal before halftime. And they definitely don't want to give it up after halftime either, because that's even less time to try and come back from a 2-goal deficit. But right now it's only a 1-goal lead here for Mankato United, and that's one of the pluses here for the Dakota Fusion. Nice control on that pass there. They'll temporarily lose it. Put back up the other way, and it's going to be a foot race here. Ali Tharp for the Fusion, and Now we have another substitution here for the Fusion, and that is going to be number 2. It's Alicia Waipina.
You got the thrower, Jenna.
That one's cleared away. So the Fusion tried to set something up. And nicely cleared there by the Fusion defender. Neither team with clear control at the moment, and as soon as I say that, neither team still has clear control. And now Mankato United does. He'll chip that one up, and it's headed out. And now from the top of the box, it goes up, and it's over the back of the net. And that'll be a goal kick there for the Fusion and their goalie, Quinn Carter. So another substitution coming in here for the Fusion. It's number 7, Blake Hurley. And that one chipped up and to the left side. It may have been deflected. We'll see if it's a corner kick or a goal kick. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick, so straight out of bounds, no deflection. This will be a far side throw in here for the Fusion. That one's knocked down there by Blake Curley, who just came into the game. And now Mankato United gets it back. Try and get it beyond midfield there. Having a little bit of trouble, and there's a little holding, and that should be a free kick for Mankato United. I don't know if she got tangled up or if she did that on purpose. It kind of looked like it was on purpose from my particular vantage point, but the other part of me says that I don't think she would do that on purpose. So looks can be deceiving, let's put it that way. Nice pass. And now the shot and one bounce, and Quinn Carter's able to corral that one. So the back 3 defenders for the Fusion doing their part to make it hard for Mankato United to get close to the net. All their shots in the last 10 minutes or so have been from 20, 30 yards out. Well, the Fusion have had a couple opportunities to get close, and they're going to say that Hurley was offside. And I would agree with that. Once again, if you're not familiar with the offside rule, the offensive player has to be in line or behind the final defender, not including the goalie, when that pass is made to her. Once the pass leaves the foot of her teammate, then at that point, she can step in front of that defender. And the only time that doesn't apply is if the final defender's on the opposite side of midfield. So we're in the 36th minute now. Once again, we got a sunny sky and 75 degrees here in Moorhead. Home of the Moorhead Spuds. Called a few high school football games on this field, and those were always fun. Back in 2020 when things were a little bit crazy, and we ended up having a football triple header on this field. And I called all 3 of those games. Actually, I called 2 of the games, and one of our other guys called the game in the middle, just to give me a little bit of a break. And when the opportunity presents itself, I'll show you a cool little tidbit that you can see from this field. More on that when the opportunity presents itself. So the Fusion will control it. That's Barnick touching up on it right now, and she gets pushed off the ball by a couple Mankato defenders, and Fusion will continue to control it right along midfield. She'll turn and advance it forward, but her teammate was not quite in the position where the ball went to, and the Fusion will be able to get it back and clear it. Pass midfield. First touch by Mankato United, and nearly a possible handball, but not called, and Fusion will control it, and they'll look to set something up here. They've had one quality chance, maybe 2, one for sure. Outside of that, the Mankato defense has been pretty top-notch up to this point. Ball go out of bounds. We'll have 3 substitutions. Looks like number 12, number 2, and number 31. So number 12 is Annalise Winch. Number 2 is Aubrey Ball. And number 31 is not on my roster. Unless there is no 31 and it was supposed to be another number that ended in 1. That's possible. Yeah, I looked on my other sheet too, and there's no 31 on that one, so. So now in the close to entering the 40th minute of play. And that's been the story for the Fusion here. They kind of get it towards the top of the goal box there, and then Mankato United's right there to put an end to any advancement for the Fusion beyond that point. Like I said, they had one good opportunity, not including that offsides, where she would have stayed onside. She probably would have had a good opportunity for herself on that particular play as well. But when you break the rules, you break the rules. Doesn't matter what the opportunity looks like. So far side throw-in will come in. It'll bounce a couple times, and Mankato United will touch up on it, boot it out of bounds, and we'll have another throw in here. So we just entered the 41st minute of play here in about 8 seconds, I guess. I'm always ahead of myself by a few seconds, it seems like today. Now we're in the 41st minute. There's a shot, and ooh, I thought for a moment that might go through her legs, but she was able to corral it, so nice job there by Maggie Smither. And Smither will booted away, and nice header right into the middle of the field there. She had a teammate in the vicinity, but the ball took a odd hop the other direction that allowed the Fusion to catch up to it. That's always one thing that amazes me. Of course, I played soccer in high school too, so we have another substitution here. Coming into the game is Ellie Schonbacher, number 5. Some of these are starters. They're in and out. There's more substitutions here in the WPSL games than we see in the NPSL games. That one will bounce away, and do we have a ball boy? Yes, we do have a ball boy over there. Didn't see him or her right away, but her ball girl, I'm still not even sure which one. So right now, Mankato player going to get it down in the far corner. She'll bring it back into the camera here in just a moment. There she is. Nice pass to split the defenders there. Now a long shot, and it's wide left. Hear the Mankato coach through our field mics there saying that was a great idea, and I absolutely agree with him. That's once you exit youth soccer, once you get to like middle school, high school level, your coaches start telling you to shoot the ball. Don't be afraid to shoot the ball. I remember when I was in youth soccer, I always dribble up all the way to the goal, and it always gets stolen from me, and my coach would say, shoot the ball. And I learned my lesson. Had a fairly somewhat successful high school year. I wasn't the best player, but I wasn't the worst player either. Let's put it that way. Played for 3 years until the school dropped the soccer program, and then that 4th year I went to one school and played soccer for a different school in my senior year. So she'll try and work it to the outside, and it's immediately deflected out there by the defender. Looks like, I believe that was Alvarosa who got the boot on it. And now with the throw in here for the Fusion is McKenna Bishop. McKenna Bishop, the sister of Ethan Bishop, who plays for the men's Dakota Fusion team. It's the first brother-sister combo in Dakota Fusion history. And that one's just over the top. Oh, what an opportunity there for the Fusion. And they couldn't quite get it low enough to drop it in under the crossbar there. Lucky break for Mankato as we enter the end of the first half here. Deflected back, and Carter's going to come out and scoop that one up. All right, we'll have about 2 minutes of stoppage time here. Some nice footwork there to try and get around the defender, but Fusion able to clear it back up. And now a drop pass. Fusion control it. Now a free ball here, and this could be, oh, a nice job there by Quinn Carter, and then the ball comes loose, and then a whistle. The ball came loose, and she went after it, and right as she went after it, the whistle was blown, and I think it's just going to be, hey, here's how this would be handled if that happens again, and it's unlikely to happen again. So kind of a friendly verbal warning there from the official. Once again, in my eyes, nothing majorly wrong there. Just trying to score points for a team is all. So Mankato pressuring here in the stoppage time minutes of the first half. And that'll do it. That is halftime here for you here. Well, 1-0 on a goal in the 9th minute by Isabel Oman, and that's where we sit. Mankato United has the 1-0 lead here at Jim Gada Stadium. All right, we'll have about a 10-15 minute halftime. We'll be back with half number 2 in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We are getting ready to start half number 2 here as we're moments away from the whistle being blown for half number 2. And Mankato United with the 1-0 lead off the goal in the 9th minute by Isabel Oman. And that's where we sit. That's the only goal scored so far. 2 great opportunities for the Fusion. You give Mankato on top of the goal about 3 more quality chances to score, but a little bit wide or just a little high over the crossbar. All right, and we're underway here in half number 2. As I mentioned, Mankato scored in the 9th minute of the first half. We'll see if the Fusion can return the favor and tie this one up early here in the second half. Once again, these games can end in a draw, so a draw would earn both of these teams 1 point instead of 3 for one and 0 for the other. Of course, both of these teams would like to have 3 points in their standings, but 1 point would be acceptable for the team that is trailing, and that's the Dakota Fusion right now. But just as I speak about that, you know, with Mankato having that 1-0 lead, I'm sure they probably talked about it something along the lines at halftime, saying, hey, this is our chance to get our first win and get our first 3 points of the season. Let's not squander it. Let's not give it up. Let's play some tight defense and kind of do the same thing that they did to the Fusion in the first half and make most of their shots come from about 20, 30 yards out. Now, a yellow card has been assessed for Dakota Fusion. Fusion have played a pretty clean season so far. They've only had a couple players with a yellow card in the 3.5 games that they played now. And a minute into the second half of that third game. So some quick passing here. The Took it out to the near side here. That's on the foot of Jenna Nordy, number 17. And now it's up the field, and the Fusion are going to catch up to it. Or at least they thought they were. And now it's going to, can they set something up and make them pay the price potentially? Shot from the top of the box will go wide left. And actually, I think a whistle was blown right before the shot was made, or was it deflected? Okay, it was deflected. So it's going to be a corner kick here for Mankato United. It's the first corner kick of the game for either team. Comes here as we enter the 49th minute. Headed up high and out of bounds, and now it'll be a goal kick. When the whistle blew, I thought maybe there was some contact and there was going to be a free kick there for Mankato United, but it ended up being a corner kick. So that's what my original thought was. So once again, if you're just joining us, Dakota Fusion in the yellow jerseys with black numbers, and you got Mankato United in the white jerseys, I guess half and half. Half white, and then on the top half, it's a blend of black and green. Or I should say light green and dark green is probably more accurate. For the Fusion, that's Caden Sharp. She scored the goal in the last game against Rochester United, but she could not capitalize on that opportunity there that was created for her. Some nice defense from Mankato United there. Now they'll try and box out the Fusion players and clear that ball out of bounds for another Fusion throw-in. So once again, I mentioned in the first half that the defense for Mankato United is pretty top-notch, and so far here in the first few minutes of half number 2, that defense has remained at that top level there. So it's good to see. Unless you're a Fusion fan, then I guess maybe it's not good to see, but from a neutral perspective, that is good to see. Your team that has been, especially if you're the coach of a team that has been struggling this season, to see them use their defense to keep it a 1-0 game up to the 50th minute, now the 51st minute. So free kick here will be taken by I always at the start of the second half I always get my goalies mixed up because they're not wearing the same jerseys as their teammates. Maggie Smither is the goalie who has the ball in her hands right now. There we go. So green is Smither and blue is Quinn Carter for the Fusion. Got it. That makes sense. Green for Mankato United. I should start putting the scoreboard colors as whatever color jersey the goalie is wearing. We could have some unique colors that you don't see too often, like blue and pink. I don't know if I've ever done a team in any sport who had pink jerseys. Outside of like maybe a fight cancer night, maybe then I had some pink jerseys to deal with. But outside of that, I don't think any team I'm aware of has a primary color of pink. And just one thing I'm kind of observing here over the last 2 or 3 games, I think this is the 3rd game I've seen of the women this year. Maybe it's only the 2nd, but in how many ever games it's been, one thing I've noticed, and I put it into the keys of the game almost for every single game that I do, is ball control. Because it's like they get ball control, but then they can't keep it for very long. And Mankato United has certainly proven that they can keep possession of the ball longer in most cases. And they've also proven that when the Fusion do get the ball, that they have the talent to get it right back if they want it. So they kind of proved it right there. They'll drop it all the way back now here to Smither, and she'll decide to pick it up as a Fusion player was rushing up on the free ball. And that one's booted away. And that one's out of bounds, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in. So Fusion going from right to left on your screen, and Mankato United going from left to right on your screen. And a nice takeaway there by the Fusion. That looked to be a nice fat pass, but there was 3 Fusion players right on that player from Mankato who the pass was intended for, and they were able to take it away no problem. And now Smither will dive on it, and that will stop any potential threat for the Fusion. Oh, the opportunity just presented itself, and now she booted it away. So I was talking about that late in the first half. And here's an opportunity, and the shot is on, and the save there by Smither. So you see that little press box right there? Yeah, that was the first ever video broadcast on Magnitude Sports back in 2018. I chose to do just some random summer softball game just to test out the video equipment. And that building right there, it was super hot and humid in that building too. And I would say it was a success. I mean, we're still using the cameras here about 5-6 years later, so she'll chip one up, and I'm not sure if Quinn Carter got a hand on that or not. If she did, we will be told that by the fact that it's a corner kick, and it's not a corner kick, so she did not get a hand on it. So Carter will set it up here for a goal kick. Most of her teammates close to midfield. And that one will drop about 10 yards shy of midfield. The Fusion will try to control it. There we go. There's some nice passing, but it's once again taken away by Mankato United. And you heard the coach a couple minutes ago saying, come on, Mankato, let's bring the energy back. And yeah, that you can kind of tell that they're trying to do just that. Fusion has made it a little bit tough. We have a free kick here for Mankato United. And a yellow card has been assessed to the Fusion coach. I've never seen a yellow card assessed to a coach or a bench before. It's always been to a player. So free kick from about 50 yards out. Once again on a football field, whatever number you see, add 10 yards to that. And that's how far away they are from the soccer goal. Yeah, I called at least a couple hundred soccer games. I've never seen that before. A coach getting a caution. And there, and now there's going to be some contact, and is that, oh, no, that's going to be awarded a free kick here for the Fusion. And, yeah, had that gone the other way, we might be seeing a penalty kick right now, but the referee put his hand in the direction for a Fusion free kick, so here in the 58th minute, Fusion still down 1-0. We'll try and set something up here, but Mankato United gets it right back off that goalie kick, and And now we have another yellow card assessed here. This one's going to Mankato United.
Give the coach a yellow.
This is the most yellow cards that I've seen in one Fusion game. When it comes to the WPSL matches for the Dakota Fusion, I've seen plenty of them in the men's competitions, but a little bit of excitement, or for lack of better wording, a little bit of excitement depends on if that yellow card went for or against you, I guess, but. Kind of wondering if this type of play continues here, if you might start to see some send-offs here in the near future. And neither team wants to risk that, so I would guess that they're going to try and clean it up a little bit here. Nice slide tackle, and out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in from the near corner. I think that was McKenna Strand who popped it out right in the corner there. Looks like we have a substitution coming in for the Fusion is Morgan Batchelor. Coming in for the Dakota Fusion, number 23, Morgan Batchelor. So it will be a throw-in from the corner. I wasn't sure which side of the line it came in, went out of when it was down there, and McKenna Strand poked it away. On that particular occasion, it was Caden Sharp who got her, pounced it right back out of bounds, and now a little bit more room from that corner. Centering pass deflected out. It'll be another Mankato United throw-in. This time they'll throw it a little bit further in, and she will escape it, and now Quinn Carter will come out and save that one. Had Quinn Carter not been alert there, could have easily been 2-0 Mankato as we enter the 61st minute of play. And that shot, oh, it was that's like the third best chance the Fusion have had today. And a nice job there by Maggie Smither to get just the right angle on it and get her hands on it to pop it up over the crossbar. And now it's going to be a near side, I think it's a near side corner kick, or they're going to go with the far side. The ball's sitting over here, and now we have a player coming over here. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be a Fusion corner kick. Here as we enter the 62nd minute of play. First corner kick for the Fusion here in this game. Fusion have a chance to control it here and set something up. Some legs getting tangled up there, and Mankato comes away with it. And this could be an opportunity. I don't think she's offside. And the defender's caught up to her anyway, so it didn't really matter. She could have got control of that ball. She could have went right forward and had a one-on-one opportunity with Quinn Carter. Lucky break there for the Fusion. Centering pass will go over the head of her teammate and take a couple hops into the arms of Quinn Carter. After today, the Fusion have a home game against Salvo SC coming up here on June 17th. And a legal and perfect slide tackle. If you want to learn how to slide tackle, I'd recommend having her teach you, because that was a really good one. And for Mankato United, they have a home game against St. Croix SC on June 15th. That's their next matchup after today. First touch by the Fusion on the Mankato throw-in, and now the Fusion trying to control it. And a shot from the top of the box, and a nice job there by Smither to be in front of that one. That was another good chance for the Fusion. If I had to rank their top 5 chances, because I think they've had 5 chances in this game, I'd say that ranks about number 3 or 4 on the quality chance of all the chances they've had here. And here's a possible opportunity. That's the Caden Sharp, who scored the goal against Rochester United in their last game. That was back on Friday, just a couple days ago. We have a substitution here for Mankato United. And it's that young lady there, number 9, I believe it is. And if that is number 9, it's I guess that's one I forgot to ask how to pronounce. Let me look at my pronunciation sheet. The coach did bring me one, and I thought I went over them all, but maybe I missed one. Oh, I didn't miss one. She was crossed off, giving me the impression that she wasn't here today, so that's why I didn't ask for it. So I'll give it my best shot, and if I get it wrong, my apologies here. But I believe it's Layla Menelek. Or Lila, or something to that effect. So I'm just going to stop now, hoping that one of those two were right. Now come all the way back to Carter, and she'll boot it right back up to midfield. And the Fusion are able to control it. Here's an opportunity, but she put it wide right. She was in front of the defender. She only had her and the goalie in front of her, and she put it wide right with her left foot. She just put too much angle on that one there, and looks like she was trying to go far post from where she was at. But she went a little bit too far on that one. So that's another quality chance there for the Fusion. But chances of all they've been able to come up with at this point in time. And if I'm being humbly critical, maybe not a quality chance, probably wasn't the best word to use there, but a chance nonetheless. It started out as a quality chance, and it ended as just a chance. I think that's the best way to describe it. 67th minute now here. We have a Fusion throw-in. The Fusion starting to put their foot on the gas here a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so, as they've been doing a lot of work down on this end of the field. We have substitutions for both teams now. I think that's Aubrey Ball coming in. or Molly Mosher. I can't see if it's a 2 or a 7. And then coming in for the Fusion was Hallie Thompson, number 21. And she has to get around the defender or drop it back, one of the two, and they'll go out of bounds. And you couldn't see it on camera, but just outside of camera, I could see it with my eyes, and she did have a couple teammates she could have dropped it back to. But chose not to. We have another substitution here for Mankato United, I think. I'm not sure who that is. Kind of hard to see those jersey numbers. Oh, my original gut was right. It's Ellie Schonbacher, number 5, checking back into the lineup here for Mankato United in the 69th minute. Sometimes I just got to go with my gut. But sometimes my gut is wrong, too. Sorry about the camera there. You didn't miss anything. I was just moving a microphone. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I'm here alone today. I usually have a 2-person crew. I do sort of have a 2-person crew. I have somebody helping me with the clock and scoreboard. But usually I have a camera operator, and I don't have to do that part of it. So I'm doing both the commentary, which is very weak in comparison to my other games that I've done, and the camera today. So if I could get rid of the camera, I could level up my commentary a little bit there for you. So, but hope you're enjoying the broadcast nonetheless here, especially if you're a Mankato United fan. You're probably enjoying it a little bit more right now as we enter the 71st minute. I can tell you this, if someone scores a goal, you can count on me to make sure I identify that player. In the meantime, I'll do the best I can from memory. And that'll be a throw in here. Ashley Casper on the far side throwing it in. I was able to peek her jersey number there. And a little bit of leg entanglement there, and that'll be a free kick for Mankato United. So we've had 3 cautions in this game, 1 for the Fusion, 1 for Mankato, and also 1 for the Fusion coach. But no send-offs yet. And fingers crossed, we won't see any send-offs. You never want to see that. Now somebody's probably going to be like, actually, in this scenario, we would like to see it. And I suppose that would be true. There might be a scenario or two where a send-off would be something you would be hoping for, but most scenarios not. So corner kick here for the Fusion. They're second of the game, second of the second half. Tried the back heel pass there was McKenna Strand. Now that one's popped up, and she puts it wide left. She put too much hook on that right-footed shot and sent it wide left, and another chance that gets taken out of the books. it's like a kid who has a balloon and then that balloon pops. That's kind of that's kind of what these chances are going like for the Fusion here right now. Allie Tharp there stumbling as the ball goes out of bounds. She went up for a header earlier and made contact with the Mankato player, and she was holding the side of her head there momentarily. And over on the far sideline, she's still kind of holding it. But I think she's gotten the pain level down to an acceptable level here. And she's okay, so that's always a good thing to see. But I did see that when it initially happened. Then I saw her put her hand on the side of her head and thinking, oh no, that's not good. But she's still in there, and that's what matters. So we close in on the 75th minute of play now. A Fusion throw in. And I don't know if that ball ever came in. It must have come in. And a whistle. Yep, so yeah, the Fusion are going to get a re-throw is what the official said. So maybe my gut was right. That throw-in never came in. Now it's blocked. Fighting for it there for the Fusion was Allie Tharp, and now it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in. And taking that throw-in for the Fusion is McKenna Bishop. And there we go. Now that she's taking most of the throw-ins, and in the men's game, Ethan Bishop takes most of the throw-ins. So if I'm ever not sure who's taking a throw-in, I can just guess that it might be the Bishop brother or the Bishop sister, depending on which team we're calling. As I mentioned back in the first half, McKenna Bishop and Ethan Bishop are the first ever brother-sister duo on the men's and women's Dakota Fusion rosters since Dakota Fusion played their first game. Women's team still looking to not only get a win this season, but put together a season that is, I'm not sure what word I'm looking for here, probably above 500 is probably the best way to put it. Well, the men have been slowly improving season after season, going from last place 3 years ago to about the middle of the pack last season, and now they're towards the top of the pack right now, sitting in second place here in this season. I can't recall when the first season ever was for the Fusion, but I know that we've been doing the broadcast for the Fusion for 3 seasons now, so I know they've been around for at least 4 seasons, let's put it that way. I should look that up. Get a lot of information about the players, but I never actually got information about the team itself. So, and a big thanks to Beth, one of the operations managers here for Dakota Fusion, for not only getting me rosters each game for the teams playing, but starting lineups. And I've been able to say, hey, can I get this and this? And she says absolutely, and she makes it happen. So that's awesome. So kudos to her and a big thanks. Helps these broadcasts go a little bit smoother. Tried to split a couple defenders there and got tripped up, and referee's going to call a free kick here for the Dakota Fusion. That free kick is going to come just inside of 30 yards out from the goal, or maybe right at the 30-yard mark. Yep, she's going to place it right at the 20. So we'll see here if the Fusion decide to potentially maybe put this one on goal, or if they try to set up a play. Hallie Thompson will put it on goal, but it went a little bit wide left. So she did indeed do what I thought and put it on goal right off the kick. All right, the Fusion have another chance, and they'll put it on goal again. This one goes a little bit wide right. You get the feeling that if they can get that ball maybe 10 yards closer than that they could get more shots that Smither would be forced to save instead of having shots that would go a little bit right or a little bit left. And then they had a beautiful shot in the first half that just went over the crossbar. So they've certainly had their chances to tie this one up. Some more higher quality than others, but the little things from the Mankato defense are right now proving to be the difference. But still a little over 10 minutes to play here, and the Fusion still have an opportunity. All they need is one lucky break, one nice pass, one misstep by a defender, and they could easily have their opportunity right in that moment. So you have another substitution here. Coming in for Mankato United is Annalise Winch, number 12. And that's out of bounds. There'll be a Fusion throw-in. Nice through ball there. If the Fusion can catch up to it, it's even nicer. And it's going to be a corner kick here for the Fusion. This was last touched by a Mankato player as it rolled over the end line. So we enter the 82nd minute. Sorry about the camera there. Just trying to adjust it a little bit here on keep the scoreboard out of the play of action there. So the kick will come in. A few headers and diving for it there is Smither. Doesn't seem like it's too challenging of a play, but one thing I always teach goalies is even if it doesn't look like a hard, a threatening offensive threat, be aware of, it's a round ball. It can take some weird bounces on you, and as I was saying just a moment ago, a lucky break here, or a mishap by a defender, and the goalie's included in that defense. So now Mankato United pushing in towards the goal box. And here's an opportunity. She'll put it on the left foot, and it's nice defense there by the Fusion's Hallie Thompson. As Mankato was a split second away from setting that up for a shot on net. Now result now here in a near side corner kick.
Finish this, wait, let's go.
Kick will go in, and it's headed out by the Fusion. And now the Fusion will control it. Tried to send that ball up, and that ball was intended there for Olivia Watson. But it was deflected right there. And like I said a moment ago, the little things being done here by the Mankato defense, and that deflection is what I mean by a little thing. Who knows what would have developed if that pass would have got through. And now it's cleared away. And once again, that's another little thing right there. You wouldn't think that that one clear could be a game saver, but in all reality, it could be. Some more substitutions here for Mankato United. Not sure, 20-something. Possibly 20. I'm not going to try. I'm not sure who that is who came in. Chip up and the head. Oh, and the header went wide right. That was a perfect chip up pass there into the middle. Nicely set up header attempt, but couldn't quite get it in. That could have easily been 2-0. But that was a prime example of skill and talent there from Mankato United. And a great chance. So right now we're entering that part of the game, and I kind of hinted towards it earlier, where the Dakota Fusion would be satisfied with tying this up and getting at least a point out of the match. But that would probably not be too welcomed by the Mankato fans. They would love to have 3 points under their belt here. Two teams who have struggled to produce goals this season, and they continue to struggle to produce goals here in this particular matchup between the two teams who have struggled to produce goals. So far, these two teams have combined for 3 goals scored on the season, with one of those goals coming in this game, and that was credit to Isabel Ullman back in the 9th minute, early in the first half. She got a nice chance and capitalized on it. And if the Fusion defense could have just stepped up in that one brief moment, we'd be playing 0-0 right now. Can she catch up to it? Looks like Mankato's going to get there first. They'll put it out to the side to catch a breather and allow their teammates to get back to this end of the field. Nice play defensively there. I think it was Schonbacher who kicked it out, if I caught the jersey number correctly, but according to the roster, she is a defender, so I likely got it right. And that'll be a free kick here for Mankato United. The ref didn't like what he saw there from the Fusion. And Kenna Strand was the one who would be whistled for the infraction. The idea was right there to just float it up for a teammate, but the defender was right there as well. So it'll be a near side corner kick here. I think, anyway. Yep, it will be. I'll go out to the far side. He'll drop it back. Puts a shot into the box and a whistle. And a free kick here for the Fusion. Ball boy will get a new ball into the field of play here. We'll have a Mankato throw in. And some contact there, and they're going to call that a free kick for Mankato. From my vantage point, it looked like it should have went the other way, but referee is down on the field, so he might have a better view of what's happening down there, but centering pass, what's the whistle for? I was looking down, making sure I had the camera on the players. Well, from the looks of it, it's a free kick for the Fusion. So Quinn Carter will set it up on the just outside of the far side of the goal box. Put a foot on it and deliver it up close to midfield. Fusion will try and advance it up. Try to chip it in, and bad angle there. Can she control it and set up something here for the Fusion? And we'll have a whistle and a free kick for the Fusion. So that is, in theory, setting something up here. We'll see what they do with this free kick. It'll be Hallie Thompson who will take it. Hallie Thompson took the last one, put it right on goal. Will she do the same this time? Thompson will angle it, headed it, oh, just wide right. That was the best opportunity of the game and nicely set up off the free kick there by Hallie Thompson, but it went wide right, and we have now entered stoppage time here. So the Fusion getting down to their final moments here to try and tie this one up and earn themselves a draw. And Mankato, the exact same amount, a few moments away from their first win of the season and 3 points. Mankato ranked number 9 right now. Dakota Fusion ranked 10 in the standings. Now comes Hallie Thompson. Thompson will feed it up. He'll get through everybody and all the way to the shoes of Maggie Smither. And Smither will pick it up there as it looked like Olivia Watson charging up on it there for the Fusion. I heard somebody say 10 seconds. I have a feeling this game's coming to an end here soon. And that'll do it. Your final score in this one. Mankato United 1 and the Dakota Fusion 0 here in this WPSL matchup. Thank you so much for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast here. 1-0 in favor of Mankato. So they improved to 1-3 on the season now, and the Fusion fall to 0-4 on the season. The next game here, the next set of games for Mankato include home games. They're on a four-game home stretch coming up here after today's game. They go home on June 15th to take on St. Croix SC. And then they have a game against Maplebrook Fury on the 18th. They have a home game against Rochester United on the 23rd. And a home game against Salvo SC on June 25th. And then they wrap up the regular season on the road June 27th at Joy Athletic Club. And that is what's coming up for the now 1-3 Mankato United SC. For the Dakota Fusion, they have a home game against Salvo SC here on June 17th. That's a game that you can watch right here on Magnitude Sports, the Dakota Fusion YouTube channel, 11 Sports, and FIFA Plus. And then they'll have a pair of road games, June 20th at Joy AC and Sioux Falls City on the 23rd. Then they're back home for their final home game of the season against a red-hot Minnesota Thunder, who's sitting first place as of the time I'm speaking now anyway. And I would guess, looking at their results, that they might be there in that first place slot at the end of the season too. And then the Fusion wrap up the regular season on the road June 30th at St. Croix SC, who happens to be Mankato's next opponent. And so that's a look ahead at the Fusion women here. We will see the Fusion men again on June 24th, so in about 2 weeks from now, when they host Sioux Falls Thunder, and then they have another game on home here on June 28th against LCRS. A team that they defeated yesterday by the score of 6-0. And then they will have a home game against Joy St. Louis Park on July 1st. And then they'll wrap up the season against the #1 team on the men's side right now, as we speak, Duluth FC Blue Greens, on July 8th. So we'll see how those two seasons. Right now, the Dakota Fusion men, as we speak, are ranked number 2 in the NPSL standings in the conference, I should say. I think they're in the top 20 overall, though, for the NPSL. There's 93 teams in the NPSL. Last time I looked, they're ranked 13th. My guess is that they're still somewhere in that top 15, but I haven't really taken a peek at it to be 100% sure. So it was the goal from Isabel Ullman all the way back in the 9th minute that decided this one. And Mankato United SC improves to 1-3. Congratulations on earning your first victory of the season. We wish you the best of luck in the remaining games that you have on your schedule here this season. And we'll be back for the next game soon here on Magnitude Sports, the Dakota Fusion YouTube channel, and 11 Sports. Thanks so much. Once again, your final score, 1-0. We'll talk to you again soon.
Was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.